So I decided to do a video of how to change a mass airflow sensor on a 2004 Mazda 6 3.0 liter. I've seen a few of these videos. In fact, I was looking at some because I'm having some problems. I have a check engine light on, and it's a code P0174. I checked all data in a couple other places, and they say this is, of course, the first culprit. There's my filter box. I do have a K&N filter, which I just recently cleaned, and I actually didn't do it right, meaning you're supposed to let the oil wick up sufficiently and then recoat, etc. And I kind of put it in. I didn't let it wick up at maybe 10 minutes. You should probably let it sit for a good hour or so. But they also, from what I'm reading, it's actually good to clean the MAF every time you change or clean your filter. This car has 100,000 miles on it. But again, one of the reasons I'm making this video, and I'm going to show, this is actually where the MAF sits, right here on the and here's the intake, and here's the filter box. One of the reasons why is I've seen a couple videos and a little suspect on the instructions. One of the things I've seen is people either being, I'm going to be critical, and I don't care. If you're going to put an instructional video, show people the right way to do stuff. Some people, especially people that don't know, are going to take your word as the gospel. But on that little rant, there's a couple of screws. If you can see, there's actually two, and these are cross tips. They're either cross tips or flatheads. But that's, you unscrew those, which I'm going to do here in a second. Take those off, and then we will proceed. Oops. A little jerk there to clean. But again, and I'm going to show you the right way to clean it. That's taking it off and everything, and some people cleaning it. You want to be careful what product you use, and that's one of the things I've seen people using rubbing alcohol. I'm also seeing people use the right cleaner, but what I think is a sloppy technique. So again, that's what kind of prompted me to do this. So we're going to take this guy off and proceed. Okay, I've loosened the screws. Actually, I decided to throw another little tip now. I've got this little magnetic. It's got a mirror and actually a magnet. I think Craftsman actually makes this. Yeah, I'm a Craftsman dork. Some mechanics will criticize me and say, "Oh, Snap-on or Mac," but I like Craftsman. There's not a Mac or Snap-on retailer in every. And even some remote areas, there's Sears pretty much everywhere. Your Sears tools break, you bring it in. 9 times out of 10, they're going to exchange. No hassle. Where Mac or Snap-on, it's a different story. And you're also paying a lot more. I don't have a problem with Craftsman. Anyway, I'm Butterfingers. So here's another little tip. Use the little magnet. Pick up the screws. Set them over here. And this guy comes right out. Alright, now that's the mass airflow sensor. Okay, so the MAF is off. This is my my litter box, so to speak. It's just a cheap little plastic bin. I typically use for oil transfers. That is kitty litter. I'm going to show you why in a minute. This stuff has spray is pretty heavy, has some overspray. So anyway, here's the MAF. That wire is actually the thermostat. You can see it's actually really dirty on one side, and that would be, I think, this side. Here's the other side. It goes in this way, so the air has been hitting up against it there. So there's a lot of buildup. The actual sensor wires are down in there, so that's where I've got to really get the spray. This actually isn't a bad design. I've seen some of these where those wires are fairly exposed. I guess this is kind of designed to shield them. This little part, this is about a $100 part to replace this, which I'm hoping this will void. But also, you should clean this every time you do this. But anyway, so I've got my litter box. I've got Nitrolite gloves on. We're using a chemical solvent. That's how you want to roll. I'm going to set this guy right here, just so you can get a little view. Hopefully, get a good angle. Shake her up, a couple of test sprays, and then you want to go to work. It says if you read the instructions on the can, it's about 10 to 15 sprays. You want to be I'll be pretty liberal. I've seen people use like paint solvent, paint thinner. They say not to use brake cleaner. Now just use a product that's designed. Basically, this is a cheap $100 part that you see I'm getting down in there pretty good. As you can see, there's a lot of overspray. I'm soaking it down. So trying not to get those contacts wet. Those probably can be cleaned off with rubbing alcohol or something that's a little different. But yeah, a lot of overspray. So yeah, I'm getting down in there really good. Spray and drain, spray and drain. Yeah. You just want to be careful not to kick too much of this back up in your face. And this thing's pretty dirty. I'll probably give it a washing down. So there's that. And now I'm gonna go off camera. Okay, so this stuff seems to evaporate off my hands pretty quick. I'm sure it's by design. I'll get it a little better. Mainly supposed to focus on the wires. But what the heck? This isn't now I got a little rag, as you can see here. Let's clean her up. Right? Obviously, yeah, it's got a very actually smells like butane. A very butane kind of smell to it. Yeah, you want to be careful with this thing too. They cleaned that, the one real visible part off really well. I think that's actual temperature sensor. Yeah, it's got a strong stench of butane, very flammable. So I'm sure there's a butane product. I think this is designed this way to not so it can evaporate really quick, not stay behind and not leave a residue. Yep, that's basically what you want. This thing's pretty dirty. This is actually the part that's out on the outside of the engine. So I'm gonna let this sit for about 10-15 minutes. And the product they use, I should show this, is CRC Mass Airflow Cleaner. This is the product that's designed. I think there's a couple other brands. It's costing about $8. Most of the part shops have them. You're not going to find this at Walmart or anything like that. But this is the stuff. All right, there's probably some other brands, but make sure you're buying Mass Airflow Cleaner. And I did read the directions on the can. And there's actually there is a couple other. One of the videos I did see, the guy did use this, and then CRC even has their own video. Of course, advertising the product on YouTube. But that's the one. The only reason why I didn't like the other guy's videos because he was just spraying the stuff on the ground. I was like, well, you don't know what that is, and then environmental codes, things like that. You don't want, and this is my garage. I'd rather not. I try to keep my floor clean. But all right, we'll let this dry off, and then we'll reinsert it. I want to get in there with some good pressure. The wires actually look like they're here. I don't see anything down the other side. Plugs in here. I'm guessing it catches. There's a little lip. Looks like it catches some air. Goes up and through. Kind of a smart design. Flood it up, get it real good. Get her good, right? Get her clean. Probably should keep off that ring. So, get it. All right. So, see, I've soaked this baby down. I did 2 good coats. Yep. Alright, that should be more than good. So, actually the instructions don't say They don't say to let it dry, but I'm pretty sure, you know, you don't want this thing energized. Plug it in. So give it a few. Alright, got the battery disconnected, 10mm socket. The MAF just snaps in. There's electrical tape around there. Looks like it came off, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on. But then you just got the so get your 2 screws. Go ahead and tighten these up. These are actually pretty easy. Just, you know, a light hand tight. I wouldn't over tighten these. You're screwing into plastic. You know, snug, but you don't want to damage anything. Make sure everything's tight, and then there you go. How to clean a mass airflow sensor on a 2004 Mazda 6 3.0 liter. Take care.